Good news, Lauren and I bought a house. Bad news, everything is everywhere. Heading to the Celtics game tonight, so I figured I'd show you what I'm gonna do. First of all, bring a snack, bring stuff for a remote camera setup, 2 Pocket Wizard cords so that I can plug one into the remote camera, one into my camera. So I just use that for an extra trigger when I need to. And 7D Mark II, also going. Card readers, other cords, things like that. Some gaff tape, handy little bag. Helps keep everything organized. Credential holder, extra mask. This actually saved me the other day because forgot my mask. Had this one in my bag and was able to still shoot a BC basketball game the other day. Definitely always put this in my bag. So that's good for that one. Now, big bag. Again, I'm shooting from the stands pretty far away. Using a 400. And I'll put that on my 1DX Mark II, which is filming right now, except for my iPhone, which is filming from up there. Put my 400 in. Sometimes I'll put that on the 7D Mark II that I'll bring. Gives me that crop factor of 640. I can really get in close, which is actually really helpful because it just allows you to get photos that are almost sort of normal as if you were shooting on the court. A little bit elevated view, but you're still up really close in the action. A little air blower, backup memory cards, 70 to 200 and 5D Mark III. Now I'll probably use the 5D Mark III as my remote camera, just sort of as a backup. 24 to 105, which I'll probably put this on the remote. I'll also bring a 16 to 35. I'll just use that for maybe a wide shot during the game or at the beginning of the game. Just, you know, overall atmosphere photos, sort of show the empty stands, what's going on. That's it. Got a couple extra batteries, just some cleaning supplies, little wrenches. One thing that saved me last time in here, so my 400 is probably like 20 years old. Some of the screws get loose. I've shown you this before. Accessories that I really love to use. And this little guy came in handy last time. This sometimes gets stuck when it's rotating around. And so what I had to do right before the game last time, because I was doing my check, make sure all my gear works, is actually unscrew this cap and screw in little screws inside so that this would rotate more easily. Yeah, gonna pack up and get going. All right, off to TD. All right, just got to TD. It's about 2 hours before game time. And if you saw my Bruins video, this is gonna look eerily similar, but still had to fill out a COVID form saying I don't have it, haven't seen anyone that's had it, and gotta get my credential, go through security, probably get walked up to my seat, my section today, and then gonna get my remote camera set up, get my cameras ready to go, make sure the Wi-Fi connects, go grab some dinner, back to my seat, and shoot some warm-ups, get some test shots, make sure my white balance is good, and then we shoot the game. All right, see you up there. So I forgot to mention that I'll also bring my computer, obviously, and computer charger. When I get to the game, I'll be sitting far away from the actual court. I'll be up in the stands, up in this area. So last time I had to shoot sort of from behind the basket a little bit. So I actually couldn't get, you know, really any images from this side of the court, this corner. When I'm shooting from the stands like this, I'm really just honestly sitting in like one seat. I can't really move different places, but I still want to try to get different photos. I don't want every photo to look exactly the same, which is why I'll use the 400, I'll use the 70 to 200, I'll use the 400 on the 7D Mark II to get an extra reach with the crop. It makes it a 640 so I can get really tight and maybe hopefully get some good emotion or reactions from players. And then I'm also looking for like post players, if they're just sort of bodying each other up, getting physical, I'll try to get a good shot of them. Rebounds, tight on rebounds, things like that. And I'll have my remote camera set up here, basically gonna get a wide shot of this whole end of the court, just to sort of give me that safety if I miss something because I'm too zoomed in or too close up. And again, I'm gonna shoot a lot of zoomed in photos because the stands are empty, there's no one there. There's a couple sort of like banners on the ends here, but really it's a bunch of water jugs and sort of spread out people in masks, and which don't make for great backgrounds. So I'm gonna be really tight, sort of minimize the distractions in the background. So one of the things I'm really gonna work on tonight is something that I have caught myself not doing recently since I haven't been shooting as much. I'm not actually following the play through after it finishes. So say a guy shoots and makes a layup and then is running back down the court, right? I don't want to miss that celebration. I've been finding myself checking the back of the camera, just trying to, oh, all right, he made a layup. Let me tag that image instead of trying to catch that reaction after the play. So it's one thing I'm definitely gonna be working on tonight. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully I get some good emotional reaction shots, and hopefully I can add those to the video later. If you don't see them, it means I didn't do a very good job. All game I'm tagging images in my camera, and mainly during halftime and the end of the game, I will ingest them into Photo Mechanic, so I just get those tagged photos. I'll sort through those to get the selects that I want, and then I'll drop those into Lightroom really quick for just a little bit of exposure, you know, maybe a little bit of white balance, a good crop, send them back to Photo Mechanic, use the code replacement that I did earlier in the day, and caption those images before I send them off to USA Today so they can put them up on the wire service. And then at the end of the game, after I've sent all my images, pack up, head back home. All right, so as you can tell, these photos were from 3 different Celtics games. I was actually in a slightly different position for each. In the third game, actually the fans were back, which meant that I actually had to go to a worse shooting position. It was in a suite, which was kind of nice. I mean, no food or water or anything, but just a nice area to myself. But it was higher up and it was further behind the backboard, so it actually blocked more of the action, which you can kind of see on some of these plays, which, you know, it's frustrating, but you're just stuck there in one spot. So when that happens, a lot of times I'll try to do something different, do a little slow shutter or multiple exposures. In this game, I actually tried doing a little bit of free lensing, where you separate the lens from the camera and manually focus, and it's tough to do, which is why I was just working on it this game. Got a couple images that are all right. But yeah, just, you know, keeps it fun. And when you have to miss a lot of the action anyway, it kind of gives you something else to work on, something to keep you from getting too frustrated. And now since the Garden's at full capacity, hopefully they can start letting photographers back down to court level soon. I know with the Red Sox, we can now be in the photo well, and it definitely improves the quality of the photos, and it just gives you a better sense of actually being in the game, in the action, because you can just get up close, be on that field level. Thanks again for watching the video. Hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below, or send me an email, Instagram message, however you can find me. And sorry if I haven't gotten back to you in the last, couple months. It's been pretty busy. We bought the house, still kind of moving everything in. We got married and went on a honeymoon, so been a little bit busy, but getting back into it now and gonna keep creating. All right, see you next time.